You want to buy real estate here in Germany in a couple of years? So you're starting to save some money, which is good because you need to pay fees, taxes, and of course the property itself. I mean, let's face it, if you want to buy real estate here in Germany, you need money. Actually, you'll always need money if you want to buy something. Doesn't matter what it is. So don't expect to buy real estate without any money. Will be at least very tough, probably even impossible. And you will have to pay a really high interest rate. So let's see the 5 possibilities you have to save money for your future real estate purchase, what's most efficient, and the one savings option you should definitely avoid, even though Germans love to save like this. Bausparvertrag.
PerFinEx, Personal Finance for Expats.
What's up everyone, welcome to the newest video of our Real Estate in Germany series, brought to you by PerFinEx, the #1 English-speaking and independent financial planner in Germany. In the last video, we talked about the real estate checklist with 5 things you should do before you buy a property here in Germany. And the last point on the checklist was to build equity. Why is it important to save money for real estate? We need to understand one thing. Money is trust. If a bank doesn't trust you, you're not getting any money from them. Best example is a guy who reached out to us earlier this year. He had a really high income of 10,000 euros a month, net, after tax. He was in his mid-40s, unlimited employment contract, everything perfect for buying real estate. Except he had absolutely no savings, just a couple of thousand of euros. Needless to say, all banks declined to lend him money to buy a home. Let's put ourselves in the shoes of a bank to understand why. 10k income every month for 10 plus years of his career is easily more than 1.2 million that he earned so far. Again, net, after tax. Where is all that money if he just has a couple of thousand euros on his bank account? Apparently he spent it all. Woohoo! Would you give money to a person like this? Don't think so. So why would a bank? Why would a bank give money to someone who is that irresponsible when it comes to his own finances? So please, for your own good, save equity if you want to buy real estate here in Germany. And how do you do that? Here's how. It's not going to be surprising to you that you can save money on a bank or savings account, is it? I know that interest rates are 0, which hurts, I understand, but savings are the foundation that every future real estate purchase is built on. Because you need to pay the additional purchasing cost, savings are actually more important than any other form of equity we're gonna see later on. You have 2% for the notary, 3% to 6.5% for ground taxes, both of those are mandatory. And maybe plus 3% for the real estate agent if there's one involved. That can easily be 10% in fees and taxes on top of the property price that you should be able to pay in cash. It is possible to finance that as well, but that's gonna cost you in form of a higher interest rate. That's for sure. So definitely accumulate some savings. And to help you do that, we have 3 calculators on our website. The Best Bank Account in Germany calculator. PSD Bank will currently give you an 85 euro bonus if you open a bank account there. The Best Savings Account in Europe calculator. Swedish TF Bank will give you a 50 euro bonus. And the Best Fixed Term Savings Account in Europe, Belgium CKV Bank will also give you a 50 euro bonus if you open an account there. So go ahead and check out these calculators yourself in order to make the most of your savings. Link to all 3 calculators is in the description. Every once in a while, someone has the brilliant idea to not save any money and rather pay the additional purchasing cost with a consumer loan. I understand the idea behind it. It's convenient to get even more credit than to save yourself. But that idea is bad for 2 reasons. A consumer loan will decrease your Schufa score, which is bad because you should have a Schufa score of plus 95 if you want the best interest rate when financing real estate. And second, trust. We just talked about this in the beginning of the video. If you have absolutely no savings, you are not considered creditworthy by a bank. Your creditworthiness, interest rate you have to pay. Next, the option to save money for a property that will have a lot higher return than zero if you use it right, are securities like stocks and ETFs. This is, unfortunately, not the most efficient way to save money for real estate. Why unfortunately? Because I like to invest in stocks and ETFs myself. That's why we have published a lot of videos with investing tips on how to invest here in Germany. And just a couple of months ago in August, we started to invest together with you guys, our community. So much for the unfortunate part. I like to invest in ETFs. German banks don't like it. And that's also why it is not the most efficient way to save for real estate. Depending on what kind of stocks and ETFs you have in your portfolio, banks might value your investments at only 50% of their current market value. That's kind of the highest if you have good and reliable ETFs. If you have single stocks, banks might value them at only 30%. Or they don't value your investments at all if you have only meme stocks in your portfolio. That's why ETFs and stocks are unfortunately not the most efficient option to save for real estate. Because German banks don't like these kinds of investments. They absolutely love the next way to save money though. And that brings us to German pensions. You should save for retirement anyway, because your pension from the mandatory government pension is not going to be enough to pay for your living expenses. Check out this video if you want to understand the letter they send you every year, or the public pension calculator on our website that lets you calculate your government pension yourself. So when it's good for you to get an additional pension anyway, it is even better if some of these pensions help you to fund your future real estate purpose. Am I right? And the best about pensions is that you don't need to cancel them when you finance real estate. You can use them as collateral. Here's what this looks like. You give a little information about your pension, and if you have the right type of pension, you will be more creditworthy and get a better interest rate. That's why it is fundamental to choose a really good pension right from the get-go. Because not all German pensions are accepted as collateral. Because not all pensions in Germany are the same. There are pensions level 1, they give you the highest tax benefits, but don't help you to finance real estate. So, them for now. There is Riester pension level 2, that one's pretty good if you want to buy a home. And there's also the company pension level 2, which is not gonna help you either, because you're not the insurance owner. Your company is. You are only the insured person. And there are pensions level 3, which are most flexible, and therefore help you the most when it comes to financing real estate. Either a home for self-use or an investment property that you're gonna rent out. Which of these pensions is best for you? It depends, of course. This video will help you, and you can book a free meeting with us so you can discuss your individual situation and your goals a little more in detail. Maybe pensions are not good at all for you. Maybe you should save in other ways. Your beloved cryptos, for example. Banks will probably value them at zero, but hey, at least you can utilize our 5 tax tricks when investing in crypto assets here in Germany. Gold or other traditional assets will help you a lot more when it comes to financing than crypto assets. I mean, if German banks don't like stocks and ETFs, they're not gonna like cryptos, right? Or you buy real estate on paper, like real estate funds or REITs. You obviously think that real estate is a good investment, that's why you wanna buy real estate, right? Your problem is that real estate prices in Germany are probably rising a lot faster than your savings on a savings account. Not saying that real estate in Germany is a bubble. Just saying the logical thing to do is to buy real estate before you buy real estate. What? Just watch this video to see the 5 ways to buy easy real estate on paper. These investments would also be considered as other assets and help you towards building equity for your property purchase. All videos are linked down in the description if you want to check them out. Just like real physical properties you bought already are considered as collateral and make you more creditworthy. Apparently a bank trusted you already and gave you a credit. That's why I'm always saying it gets easier and easier to buy properties in Germany the more often you do it. Here's a screenshot of what banks want to know about the properties you already own. Address, square meters, if the property is an investment or if you live in there yourself, when you bought it, what value you would give that property as of today, and of course all the data about your previous financing. This goes to show you how much information you have to give a bank in order for them to evaluate the risk properly. If you do a good job here, you will be rewarded with a low interest rate. And if you don't give the bank what they want, interest rate goes up or they decline your request completely. For example, if you send them 500 pages and expect that they search for all the information they want themselves, that's not gonna happen. If we can help you get the best financing possible for your future real estate dream, feel free to reach out. Then we can also discuss which saving option is best for you. And just this month, we broke the barrier of 500 financing partners. Banks, insurances, pension companies and Bausparkassen. Speaking of Bauspar, that is the last point on our list, and that is also the last option you should choose to build equity for your property. I know Germans love it, but don't get one. Please don't. My mom got one for me when I was a child. Thank you for that, Mom. But as soon as I understood what the Bausparvertrag really is, I cancelled it immediately. If you want to know why, tune in next video when we PerFinEx explain the German Bausparvertrag. Stay healthy everyone and don't sign a Bausparvertrag until then.